Hello, my dear students. I am pleasure to meet you today. We have today the final revision 1 for you, algebra and trig. I tried to prepare questions on a new system to exam, inshallah. It will be easy and will be enjoyable and useful, inshallah. Okay, let's start now with this ready written question. We have here a question. Fx, yes, look at the question here, please. Yes, the first question for you. Fx equals 5 is a root of the equation x power 2 plus mx equals 2m plus 4. Then m equals what? Okay, is it negative 7, 29 over 3, or negative 29 over 3? Let's start to solve. First, we have x equals 5 is a root of this equation. We will substitute about x. Put x here as 5 power 2 plus m multiplied by 5 here equals 2m plus 4. We try to solve this equation and find m, which required here. 5 power 2 equals 25 plus 5 multiply m equals 5m equals 2m plus 4. We try to collect m on the same side or one side, left side, and 25, the numbers will be the other side. So 5m here minus 2m equals 4 minus 25. 5m minus 2m equals 3m equals 4 minus 25 equal negative 21. Okay, we will divide by 3 here. Then m equals negative 21 over 3. Then m absolutely equal negative 7. So we will choose negative 7 as a result of this question. It's an easy question and it will be easy for you for solve it. Okay, let's go to another question. The question number 2 here. The question number 2 says that f2 and 7 are the two roots of the equation x power 2 plus ax plus b equals 0. Then the value of a and b plus b equals what? Is it equal 5, negative 5, 23, or negative 23? We have to substitute first by 2. Put each x here as 2. So 2 power 2, instead of x we put 2. Okay, plus 8 times x means 8 times 2. We write it as 2a plus b equals 0. So we have an equation here, 2a plus b equals, this 2 power 2 equals 4, and it transferred to the other side by negative 4. So 2a plus 2b equals negative 4. We have a question here in two variables a and b. And we will substitute by 7 instead of x. So x power 2 will be 7 power 2 plus 8 times x means 8 times 7 means 7a plus b equals 0. So we have an equation now. 7a plus b equals, we have 7 power 2 here equals 49, and we will transfer to other side by negative, so it will be negative 49. We have two equations of the same variable, two variables here, and it's easy to solve it. Okay, we have here 2a plus b equal negative 4. We have 7a plus b equal negative 49. And if we multiply this equation by negative 1, then b will be negative b. And by adding, we can cancel the b and remained a. So multiply the second one by negative. And we have here the first equation here, 2a plus b equals negative 4. Negative 1 times this 1 equals negative 7a minus b equals positive 49. And then by adding 2a minus 7a equals negative 5a. And you will cancel positive b with negative b, and this is the reason. Okay. We have here negative 4 plus 49 equal 45. And to find a here, we divide 45 by negative 5. Okay. 45 divided by negative 5. Then a equal negative 9. We have one of the variables here. By substitute by a equal negative 9 on the first or second equation. So we have 2 multiplied by negative 9. Instead of a here, we put negative 9 plus b equals negative 4. 2 multiply negative 9 equals negative 18 plus b equals negative 4. So b will be negative 4 plus 18. So b equals 14. Okay. So a plus b here will be equal negative 9. We would like to find a plus b. A plus b equals negative 9 plus b, which is equal 14. Okay. Okay. So the answer will be 14. Negative 9 plus 14 equals 5. So a plus b equals 5. So we choose the positive 5 for us. Okay. Let's transfer to another question. Okay. We have here another question. Depends on I, complex imaginary number, and complex numbers. If we have 1 plus I all power 4 minus 1 minus I all power 4, then this expression equal what? Is it 0, 8, negative 8, or 4? We know that 1 plus I power 4, it's difficult for you to find. So we can write it as 1 plus I all power 2, all power 2 also, because 2 multiplied 2 equals 4, so it gives the same power. And this is equal, this power 2, 1 power 2 equals 1, and I power 2 equals negative 1, and 2 multiply 1 multiply I equal positive 2I. Okay, negative 1 cancelled with 1, or 1 plus negative 1 equals 0. So we have 2i all power 2. 2i all power 2 equals 2 power 2 equals 4. I power 2 equals negative 1. So the final answer for this part equals negative 4. Okay, and we will find out this part also. 1 plus minus I, 1 minus I, all power 4. We will make it as before. 1 minus I, all power 2, all power 2 also, to be power 4 as this one, equals this bracket power 2, 1 power 2 equals 1, and negative I power 2 equals negative 1 also, and we have 2 multiply 1 multiply negative I equals negative 2I, and you will cancel 1 with negative 1, the zero sum equals 0, and we have only negative 2I all power 2, negative 2 power 2 equals 4, and I power 2 equals negative 1, so it's negative 4. We have here the first part equal negative 4 and second part equal negative 4, so 1 plus I power 4 minus 1 minus I all power 4 equals negative 4 minus negative 4, it will be 0. So the answer of course will be 0 here. Okay, we have also another question related on complex numbers and imaginary numbers. We have here 2x minus y and x minus y, I equals 5 plus I. Then what are x and y? We would like to find out x and y. Okay, if we have a real number here, it's equal the real number in the other side of the equation, and imaginary number here equals the imaginary number here, and concentrate I here have the coefficient equals 1. Okay, we have here 2x minus y, this real part equals 5, which is the real part of the other side, and x minus y here is the coefficient of I, so it's the imaginary part. X minus y equals 1. So we have two equations here. By putting this equation x minus y equals 1 under this one and multiplying this equation by negative 1, then it will be negative x plus y equals negative 1. Then by adding these two equations, we have here 2x minus x equals x, negative y cancelled with y, and the answer will be 5 minus 1 equals 4. So we have x now equals 4. By substituting in any one of the two equations, if we choose this equation, then x here will be 4. Instead of x we put 4, minus y equals 1. So negative y equals 1 minus 4. So negative y equal 1 minus 4 equal negative 3. And we can say that y equals 3. Here y equals 3 and x equal 4. So we can say that x and y here equals 4 and 3. Okay, something wrong here. We can revise again. We have 2x minus y equals 5 and x minus y equals 1. Okay, by multiplying this by negative x plus y equal negative 1, by adding here 2x minus x equal negative x. Okay, sorry, and we have x here equals negative 4. So x equal negative 4. We substitute it by negative 4. Negative 4 plus negative y equals 1. So transfer negative 4 to b4, and negative y equals positive 5. So y equal negative 5. Something wrong about the choose here. So let it here to be x equals negative 4 and y equal negative 5. And this is the answer. Okay, let's move to another question. We have two roots of the equation. We go running to complete many questions here for you. So we have, if the two roots of the equation kx power 2 minus 8x plus 16 equals 0 are complex and not real, then k belongs to what? Is it open 1 and open infinity, the interval negative infinity open and 1 open, or negative 1 infinity open, negative 1 open, or negative 1 open and infinity? So solution, we have the two roots of the equation are complex. Do you know the discriminant? The discriminant will be smaller than 0 if the two roots are complex and not real. So the discriminant equal b power 2 minus 4ac less than 0 here. Okay, b power 2 equals what? Equals 64 minus 4 multiply a, which is k, multiplied by c, which is 16, less than 0. So 64 minus 4 multiply 6 equal 24. 4 multiply 1 equals 4, and we have 4 before. So we have 64 also less than 0. So transfer here negative 64 by 64. So okay, we have here k also. Transfer this one to another side. So negative 64k less than negative 64. By dividing by negative 64 the two sides here, then k will be greater than 1. Okay, notice that smaller when we divide by negative, and negative will be greater. Okay, the interval here will be 1 open and infinity open also. So the answer will be A. Okay, we have also another question. Okay, it is algebraic question also. We have the two roots of the equation x plus 9 over x equals 6, and x of course doesn't equal 0. Are they real and equal, real and different, complex and not equal, or conjugate to each other? Okay, this equation it's difficult if you have this x of the denominator. So will be multiply all the equation here by x to simplify it. So x here plus 9 over x equals 6. By multiplying by x, the equation will be x power 2 plus 9 equals 6x. By arranging it well, then x power 2 minus 6x plus 9 equals 0. Okay, by factoring this equation, then we will have two brackets here equal 0. We have x and x, negative and negative, 3 and 3. Okay, so we have the two roots are equal. X minus 3 can be put here, power 2 equals 0. These two roots, x equals 3 only. We have equal roots. We have two equal real roots. When we have two equal real roots, then they will what? Real and equal. We have now find out the two roots itself. But if we use another method by calculating discriminant, b power 2 minus 4ac, this is another method for you. Where is b power 2? b power 2 here equal negative 6, so negative 6 power 2 equals 36 minus 4 multiplied I, which is 1, multiplied c, which is 9. So 36 here minus 36 equals 0. And when discriminant equals 0, my dear students, we know that we have two equal real roots. So the answer is well, and we have two methods of the equation. Okay. Okay. We have now if the two roots of the equation here, 8x power 2 minus bx plus 3 equals 0 are positive, and the ratio between them is 2 to 3, then the value of b equals what? We know that the product of the two roots here, if we have two roots here of the equation x 8x power 2 minus bx plus 3 equals 0 are positive, and the ratio between them is 2 to 3, then the value of b equals what from here? Okay, my dear students, we can try to put a equals 10 at the time, and negative 10, 5 over 4, negative 5 over 4. So the answer will be what? Okay, let first substitute by b by 10 on the b to find out is it right or wrong. Here 8x power 2 minus 10x, we put here b as 10. We try to find out is it 10, is it right or not, plus 3 equals 0. And we have here the ratio between two roots, 2 to 3. If we put the first root as 2m, second root as 3m, and we try to find out is it really equals 0 or not. 8 here multiplied by 2m power 2 minus 10 multiplied to m plus 3 equals 0. Okay, we can cancel m. 8 times 2 equals 6, 2 power 4. 4 times 8 equals 24, minus 20 plus 3. Okay, 4 times 8 equal 32, sorry, and this is negative 20 plus 3 is equal 0 or not? Okay, I have a problem here with this question. Please, I'll try it again. My dear students, give us a little break and we'll return again to you. Thank you. A break, please. Okay. We have here L and M are two roots of the equation. Okay, let's have a break, little break please, and we'll return again. Thank you.
تطلع فيها تنور قلب الكل. الحب يكون هو لغتها والناس تستمتع بحياتها والخير يزيد ويفيض ويغطي حدود الأرض. I dream of a world where no one hates to hold the right. La force tu y una fortissima allora.
Okay, hello again my dear students. Let's look to this question here. If L and M are the two roots of the equation, yes, of the equation x power 2 minus 7x plus 3 equals 0, then the quadratic equation whose roots are 2L and 2M is one of these four equations. Okay, so let's make a test for them. We have here L and M are the two roots of this equation here. We have to find out the sum of the roots here. We have L plus M equal negative B over A, as we know. L plus M equal negative B means positive 7 over A, which is 1. So L plus M equals 7. And we have the product of the two roots, Lm equals C over A. C over A here, C is 3 over A is 1. So Lm equals 3 from the equation, and we would like to make another equation have the other roots 2L and 2M. Okay, the required equation here, the sum of required equation equal 2L from here plus 2M. By taking 2 as a common factor, 2 will be multiplied by L plus M Okay, so 2 multiplied by L plus M here equals 7 equals 14, and we have to find out the product of the new equation. The product equals 2L multiplied by 2M. So 2 multiplied 2 equals 4. L multiplied M equals LM. And by substituting on LM by 3 here, so 4 multiplied by 3 equals 12. So we have the new equation. The sum here equals 14 and the product here equals 12, and we know the rule that x power 2 minus sum, the sum here equal 14 multiplied by x plus product, which is 12, equals 0. So the new equation here equals x power 2 minus 14x plus 12 equals 0. Let's move to another question, my dear students. Yes, the next question is about the product of the two roots. If the product of the two roots of the equation 6x power 2 minus 7x plus 1 minus a equals 0 is 5 over 6. Okay, don't afraid to from this question. It's just the product here equals 5 over 6. The product, we know that the product of the two roots, which is LM, equal C over A. Where C here in this equation, it will be 1 minus A over A, which is 6, equals the number 5 over 6. Okay, let's cancel 6 with 6 here, and we will have 1 minus A equals 5. So negative A equal 5 minus 1, and we have A, negative A here equals 4, and by convert this sign, we will have A equals 4. And he asked about the value of A, and A here equals 4. So it's right. When you have the product of the two roots, product equal LM, which is have the rule C over A, we put C in itself, in its place here, 1 minus A over A, which is 6 here, and equalize it by 5 over 6. Cancel 6 with 6. 1 minus A equals 5 here. So negative A, when we transfer 1, will be negative 1. Negative A equals 4, so A equals negative 4. So the answer will be this, not this. Okay, so C equals negative 4. So solution A equal negative 4 again. Okay, let's move to another question here. We have many questions for you. I have prepared about 25 questions, if we have time to calculate them or answer them. So concentrate with me. If a function here, f from negative 1 and negative 3 and 2 to r, that means that domain equal negative 3 and 2, and codomain equals r, and this function here of x equals 3x plus 6, then the sign of the function f is negative in the interval. Is it negative 2 and infinity? All of them are open. Negative 3 and negative 2, negative 3 closed and negative 2 open, or negative infinity open and negative 2 open, or negative 2 closed and 2 closed. So remember that this function, to find out the negative or positive, we have to find the 0 part of x. Okay? To find out the negative, let's put 3x plus 6 less than 0. Less than 0 because he required the negative part. And we will try to solve this inequality. 3x will be less than negative 6. X less than negative 6 divided 3. So x less than negative 2. Okay. Less than negative 2 in general means negative infinity to negative 2 open. But we have only the starting point here is negative 3. So we can put negative 3 instead of negative infinity because it is the starting point here for this function. So it will be negative 3 and negative 2 open. So it is the solution set. Where is the solution set? It's C now. Negative. No. It's negative 3 and negative 2. Yes. We have here negative 3 open and negative 3. It's the right solution here. Okay. And if we start here from negative 2 closed, it's possible to negative 3 and negative 2 closed here because we replace negative infinity by the first point, which is negative 3. So it's negative 3 closed from this part, not from me. Okay. So we'll start by negative 3 instead of negative infinity. So the solution will be negative 3 and negative 2. Okay. Let's move to another question. We have another question here, number 11 for you. If the function here, yes, if the function fx equal a x power 2 plus bx plus c and a less than 0. A less than 0 means a is negative. What? And the two roots fx equals 0 are 2 and negative 2. Then the function f is positive in what interval? Okay. He asked about what the part of the interval from these parts is positive. Okay. Don't care about a and b. We have here 2 and negative 5, the two roots, and remember the number line here, it's from negative infinity to infinity. We have two roots 2 and negative 5, so put negative 5 here as x and also 2 here as another x. Add this negative 5, the function will be 0, and this one, the function will be 0 also. And if we have two roots, then we put as opposite as. Okay. So as what and opposite what? As the sign of a. And he told us that a less than 0, that means negative. So as will be negative here, opposite will be positive, and as will be negative also. And he asked me to find the interval that will be positive part. The positive part, as you see here, start after negative 5 to before, directly before 2. So the positive part will be negative 5, but it's open because negative 5 itself will be 0, and its end is directly before 2, so we put 2 also as open, so the answer will be D, negative 5, sorry, C, negative 5 and 2 open. Concentrate to find out the real solution and right solution. We have here negative 5 open and 2 open also. Okay, let's move to another question. Yes, my dear students, we have many questions for you, and this is the question number 12. Yes, the solution set of the inequality x minus 3. Okay. Solution set of the inequality here will be x minus 3 and x minus 4 less than 0 in R is what from these. We know from the first lesson of algebra how to find out the equation, and it's if we have the two roots equal a and b, then we can put as them x minus a and x minus b equal 0. It is a quadratic equation if we have the roots a and b. So we can deduce now that we have the first root equal 3 and second root will be 4, and we will start to draw number line from negative infinity to infinity. This is x and f of x. We have here the two roots 3 and 4, so put 3 here and 4 here. We have 0, and it will be as opposite as we know, as what? X multiply x here, x equal x power 2, and its coefficient is 1, and 1 is positive. So as means positive, opposite means negative, as means another positive. And he want me to find the solution set of the part less than 0. Less than 0 means negative part. So negative part start directly after 3 and directly before 4. So the answer is 3 and 4, all of them open. Okay, let's move quickly to another question. We have the question number 13 and 14 here. The angle of measure 2020 lies in the what quadrant? It's a very big angle, in fact, but 2020 here minus 720, because it's big number, and we can minus also 720 and 360 and try to find out the smallest positive angle here. You can use your calculator, take minus 360 and also minus 360 and minus 360 to have the smallest positive angle. And in fact, the smallest positive angle will be 220. Okay, 220, which quadrant lies on? We have the first quadrant here from 0, between 0 and 90. The second one is between 90 and 180. The third quadrant is between 180 and 270. The fourth is between 270 and 360. So this number of the angle lies where? Of course, lies in the third quadrant. Okay, so the answer will be third quadrant. It will be C now. Okay, let's look at the question number 14. If the length of an arc of a circle 3/8 of its circumference, so if we have a circle here and we have a part of this circle, this is M, and we have an angle here, is central angle, and this arc equals 3/8 of the whole circle. If this arc equals 3/8 of the circle, then the central angle, 60 degrees, here equals 3/8 multiplied by 360. By using your calculator, you can find out that theta degree equals 135. So the answer here, 135 degrees for the central angle, which is 3/8 the whole circumference or whole the arc. We know that the whole arc here equals 360 degrees as a measure. Okay, and if the arc equals 3/8 the circumference, it will be also 3/8 the measure of the whole arc of the circle, and we put 3/8 multiplied by 360, we will get theta here. Okay, we will get theta degree equals 135 degrees. Let's move to the question number 15 here. Fx sine pi over 4 cosine pi over 4 cotan pi over 6 equals tan power 2 pi over 4 minus cosine power 2 pi over 3, then x equals what? It's equation, but it is a trig equation. You can use your calculator, of course, to find out sine pi over 4. We know that pi over 4 means 45 degrees, and also this angle is 45 degrees. Pi over 6 means 30 degrees, and this is 45 and 6 degrees. Okay, by using a calculator, it doesn't matter to make more steps. You can find sine pi over 4 multiplied by cosine pi over 4 multiplied by cotan pi over 4. The answer will be √3/2, and if you solve this part also will be 3/4, and x equals here 3/4 divided by √3/2, then x at the end equals √3/2. You can use pi over 4 itself and pi over 4, pi over 6 if we convert your calculator to trig. But if it's degrees, you use 45 degrees, 45, 30, and so on. Okay, let's move, my dear students, to another question. To have many questions for you, we have the question number 16. If theta here between pi over 2 and pi means between 90 degrees and 180 degrees, and sine theta equals 12/13, then the value of cosec theta, which is the reciprocal of sine theta multiplied by sine theta, tan theta multiplied by cotan theta equals plus cosine power 2 theta equals space. What what of these four results? If we have cosec here, cosec means 1 over sine theta multiplied by sine theta minus tan theta multiplied by cotan means 1 over tan theta plus cosine power 2 theta here equals space. We have here sine can cancel with sine, and the answer will be 1, not 0, because a number divided by itself equals 1, and this one also can be 1 plus cosine power 2 theta equals space. We can cancel 1 with negative 1 and try to find out the result of cosine power 2 theta. We have here sine theta 12 over 13, and we have the quadrants, the first quadrant between 0 and 90, the second between 90 and 180, and this is the one. So we'll draw right angle triangle like this, and sine theta positive here and equal 12 over 13. This is theta, and sine of course will be opposite over hypotenuse, 12 and 13. And by using your calculator you can find out this part. We can call it OB. OB here equal square root 13 power 2 minus 12 power 2. Okay, we can solve it using calculator here. Square root 13 power 2 minus 12 power 2 equals 5. So the answer will be 5 here. But concentrate, my dear students, that this is the negative part of x, so it will be negative 5 here. So cosine theta equal the adjacent over hypotenuse, it will be negative over 13. Okay, but we want to find out cosine power 2 theta, so cosine power 2 theta will be negative 5 over 13 all power 2, and by using calculator negative 5 over 13 power 2, the answer will be 25 over 169, which is this answer. Okay, we now have finished, my dear students, our first final revision for you, and until we meet tomorrow inshallah, we will revise the second revision for you for geometry. Thank you and goodbye.